Remember how I said screw Jujutsu Kaisen? Well, I lied. Now, good morning, pizza people. Hear me out, right? I know you may see the title and you're already hitting dislike because I know the Bleach fandom doesn't like me. But the sheer fact is that I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen is honestly like a next generation of Bleach, right? Like when I was watching this show or reading this manga, right, I could only see our main character Ichigo but stupid, you know what I mean? And he's not even really stupid, right? But it's just the fact that the main character of Jujutsu Kaisen has a lot of similarities to Ichigo from Bleach. And that's why I feel like for this generation of anime, it definitely is almost like a reincarnation of Bleach, the second coming, if you know what I mean. And check out Jujutsu Kaisen, by the way. Honestly, one of the best mangas I've ever read. Of this generation, of course, because we all know the OGs, Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, they always hold that title of the best mangas. But for right now, I want to talk about the fact that Jujutsu Kaisen is literally like Bleach, but different. Like, it's Bleach, but more normalized. I know I said the same thing for Kaiju 8 and Attack on Titan yesterday, right? But I'm saying the same thing for Bleach and Jujutsu Kaisen today, because if you think about it, there's so many similarities between this show, but the thing is, though, that Jujutsu Kaisen still does its own thing to make it stand out by itself, and I really love the show for that, okay? Because first off, the fact that the main character is only motivation is to not become king of this or to rule the world or to just rule anything. His main motivation is the fact that he just wants to protect the people he loves around him for as long as he can is honestly cool as hell to me, right? And honestly, that's what drew Bleach in for me, because honestly, I think the more modern day normal protagonists are something that we need a lot more in shonen. The protagonist that's not living in some older samurai-esque world or some isekai or whatever, but you guys know what I mean, right? I'm talking about the protagonists that live in more of a modern day setting, and they're honestly just a regular teenager, or in our character's case, a regular teenager that can hold curses within his body for some reason, but more protagonists that can just honestly be regular people that's only motivation is to make sure that the people that they rocking with and the people that they moving around with are straight. As long as they cruise straight, they're good, you know what I mean? And that was something that exactly drew me into Bleach, because it was so much different than the other big three. It didn't feel like a carbon copy, or it didn't feel exactly similar, or I was watching two different series, like one was ninjas, one was pirates, you know what I mean? But in this series, we get to see a regular dude who just wants to protect his people, and you know what, he'll do anything for that, even if it's something as stupid as eating a cursed monster's body part, okay? But instead of doing a synopsis of this series, I'm really just gonna compare its similarities to Bleach, okay? And since I've basically already compared how Ichigo and Yuji Itadori both want to protect their friends, we can skim over that part. But another main similarity that I noticed is that, you know how Ichigo went to the Soul Society soon after getting his Soul Reaper powers because he just used them because he wanted to protect his friends? Well, after Yuji ate Sakuno's finger or whatever, it's just so he could protect his friends and make sure they don't get attacked by Sakuno. Well, Yuji had to go and start training at the Jujitsu school. And don't you see the similarities there, the Jujitsu school and the Soul Society? Like, bro, this series is literally Bleach, but different in its own way. Like, I can respect series that do that thing where they take obvious inspiration from older series, but they're not just blatant copies. Instead, it's almost like a homage in a sense, you know what I mean? That's what I can see Jujutsu Kaisen doing here, right? And I know this next comparison is probably more of a subjective opinion sort of thing, but just for my sake, I'm going to include it, okay? And it's the fact that Jujutsu Kaisen and Bleach have a really wide range of cast characters that all contribute to the story in some way. Like, it's like everybody at the Jujitsu school is going to contribute, everybody at the Soul Society contributes in some way. Like, I can honestly tell you that I'm enjoying the cast of Jujutsu Kaisen so far, you know what I mean? Especially Satoru, bro, because he just gets introduced and he's like, yeah, I'm raw. Because, like, how you gonna say you're gonna defeat the main villain of the show just like that, offer, without even, like, flexing it like that, bro? Like, you get asked a question and you say it so casually, yeah, I would probably defeat the main villain, you know? Like, bro, Satoru is so cold. And that's something just respectable about his character. Like, he's more a little bit of an older guy, and he gets introduced, and he's gonna be more so like a sensei, like a Kakashi type of character to Yuji, bro. And I feel I can already see their relationship panning out, right? Like, it's like when you have like one of those younger teachers in your school or whatever, and you guys are relatable to each other, so maybe sometimes you'll goof off or whatever. And honestly, that type of friendship that I see forming earlier in the series is honestly cool as hell to me. Megumi, with how responsible he is and how he's sort of responsible, he's gonna play like a foil towards our character Yujiro. I'm gonna love to see that relationship blossom later on, bro. And that gives me a lot of comparisons like with Ichigo and Ryuji, or Uryu and Ryuji, and just that type of thing is so cool, bro, to see. It's basically like a second coming of Bleach to me, bro, and that's what I like about Jujutsu Kaisen. It's like, if you like Bleach, bro, you will definitely like this show, because it carries on some elements, but it's not a blatant copy, so it always keeps you like interested, and honestly something you're gonna want to pay attention to along the whole way. And the fact that we have also Sakuno as a character too, working like, it's more of like a Ninetales, but he's more aggressive, more of a trickster, and more out there in a sense, you know what I mean? Like, imagine evil Ichigo if he could come out of his body and talk, and that's exactly what Sakuno is, because, you know, now he's inside Yuji's body or whatever, and they're gonna have some sort of relationship too. I can see that forming and growing as the show continues. And honestly, bro, this show is gonna be cool, bro. Like, the sheer potential this has is, I honestly feel like this could become Bleach. Like, this could become the actual second coming of Bleach. Like, I already know the Bleach fans are gonna love this. Like, instead of them like hating on this for it being so similar to Bleach, they're honestly gonna get into it because of the differences that it has instead, you know what I mean? But honestly though, I think everybody should go ahead and watch this series, because Jujutsu Kaisen, it is the new sauce, right? Bleach fans will love it, Big 3 fans will love it, Shonen fans will love it. Anybody that just likes fighting anime and manga, the fights are there, the hands are there, the action is there, the characters are cool, everything about this series is cool as hell. New generation will love it, and honestly old generation will too. Everybody go check out Jujutsu Kaisen. My name is Time Pizza, and I will see you pizza people later. We move.